I try and have my left foot on off stump. So this for me is one of the keys where you've hit a ball a little bit wider. What I see a lot with the young kids is actually to just go with their hands and their head's nowhere near the ball. So for me, grooving, getting that big steps on my head, hands and feet, and now covering the line of the ball. So the first thing that moves is our hand. So our hands go first, and then our body moves after.
So when it comes to like feet position, what are you actually working on in this drill?
So first of all, obviously my setup, because you're obviously a left-hand hitter, so I try and have my left foot on off stump. Like I said, my base is probably a little bit wider than most people's, but that's what I find works for me, was real comfort. And then obviously, depending upon where you're hitting the ball, line and length, you know, first and foremost, like I said, I'm trying to concentrate on a nice big catching area. Obviously, and then just rising with the ball and just being in a nice strong position where I can move. So for example, if you hit a few, maybe just a bit wider here, obviously that's bounced a little bit, so just getting in a position where I can get my hips out of the way. But yeah, just trying to. So this for me is one of the keys where you've hit a ball a little bit wider. What I see a lot with the young kids is actually to just go with their hands and their head's nowhere near the ball. So for me, grooving, getting that big steps on my head, hands and feet, and now covering the line of the ball. So if that ball gets edged, then I'm in a great position to catch it. I'm in a nice strong base. I've moved my head, hands and feet behind the line of the ball. But as I say, you know, I see a lot of kids, what they'll end up doing if you hit it again, is they end up doing that, where their head's nowhere near the line of the ball, their foot's gone back and their leg straightens. So just, for me, just really grooving all these different movements, which I've sort of, like I said to you, refined over a long period of time.
And in cricket, a lot said when you're batting about head position. Is it the same with keeping?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely crucial. You see with that one, ball's a little bit fuller, being able to get that big step across, head, hands, right behind the line of the ball. You know, just this for me is the ultimate drill, because you can hit the ball wherever I want. You know, and I've just got to react and be in a really good position.
And when you say rising with the ball, for a young kid perhaps wanting to get into keeping, can you explain that a little bit more?
So yeah, it's just obviously staying down until the ball bounces. You know, you see a lot of young kids who want to keep wicket, but the first thing they do is before you hit the ball, they come up. Then look at the position I'm in. My legs are straight, my head's back, my hands are not in a great position. So what we want to do is stay down for as long as we can, and then come up when the ball bounces. You know, stay in a nice strong position. My head's over the line of the ball, nice big catching area. You know, my hands are nice and relaxed. So there you go, nice awkward ball. Hope I made out lucky. Easy.
Or what about when you're blindsided down the leg side? Any tips?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you know, when the batter stood here, it makes things very, very tricky. You know, you see a lot with young kids, the first thing they do, they move their head and feet. And I always say, if you put a batter there, can you see? And they say, well, no. So I always ask, what's the first part of the body that moves down the leg side? And they always say, foot and head. So if I take my foot and head, again, I've lost sight of the ball. So the first thing that moves is our hand. So our hands go first, and then our body moves after.